Hello friends, I'm back for the fourth part of biography on Samudra Gupta. This will be our concluding part on the biography of Samudra Gupta, and specifically in this part we would be looking at the coins issued by Samudra Gupta. These are all gold coins, and one in interest is a silver coin of Samudragupta. The coins would specifically look at how they are shaped, what are the legends, but they would also look at the artistry of the Indian artisan of the ancient times who had carved these, who had done their artistry on these coins, and would also look at the prosperity angle as well, because all these coins except the one which is of silver, so all of these coins are issued in gold of Samudragupta. So we will start with the quote first, and this is from the Prayagraj pillar inscription of Samudragupta. It states, who was skillful in engaging in 100 battles of various kinds, whose only ally was the prowess of the strength of his own arm, who was noted for his prowess, whose most charming body was covered over with all the beauty of the marks of 100 confused wounds, caused by blows of battles, arrows, spears, pikes, barbed darts, swords, lances, javelins for throwing, iron arrows, Vatistatas, and many other weapons. So this is what Harisena has to say on the prowess of Samudragupta in a battlefield as per the Prayagraj inscription. Now we'll look at the first type. This is the archer type coin of Samudragupta. You could see the king holding an arrow and bow on his left hand. There is a standard of Garuda on his right, and he is putting his right hand on an altar. On the reverse, you could see Lakshmi. So, and this is the whole this thing. As I said, this is holding a bow with the Garuda standard on his left. Legend bearing Samudra, which is just beneath his left arm, and the legend is Rati Ratah Vijita Shitim Sucharitar Divam. Unopposed by the hostile chariots, he conquered. So there is this legend. You can see Lakshmi seated. So this is the archer type coin of Samudragupta. Now we'll look at the battle axe type. So in the battle axe type, the king is holding, looking on his over his shoulder to his right, and he is holding in his left hand a battle axe, and a figure on your left. This is actually an attendant behind him holding a sword, and there is a legend of Samudra beneath his left arm. The reverse shows goddess Lakshmi seated, and there is this legend which is Kritant Parsuha, which means holder of an axe like the Yama, and this has been repeated. This title of Samudragupta has been repeated in his inscription as well as his successors' inscriptions, where he has been called uh, holder of an axe like the Yama, or Kritant Parshuha. Now the next one. This is the Kacha type, and we had spoken about this Kacha individual, whether he was uh, a brother of Samudragupta, or whether it was a personal name of Samudragupta. So we could look at this coin. If you could see, right hand, the king is holding his right hand is on an altar, On the left, he is surmounted by a wheel with his hands sprinkling incense on the altar, and he is holding a standard as well. On the word Kacha is beneath his left arm. You could just see in Brahmi characters, and the reverse shows Lakshmi holding a flower, and there is this Brahmi legend on the reverse which says Sarva Rajyochataha, or the exterminator of kings. This title is particularly only used for Samudragupta. Hence, it would prove that Kacha or Kach was a personal name of Samudragupta which he has used only once in his coins. And this coin, if you could see the dress, uh, he is wearing some kind of a trouser, and there is, if I could just magnify it, he is wearing an earring as well. But the later on his coins, he will be shown wearing a dhoti, and he will be wearing jewelry. Uh, so this may be this may have been minted after his first Aryavarta war or the second Aryavarta war, where he destroyed all those kings. There is also a particular line of view which says that uh, the gold content of this particular coin is lower as compared to Samudragupta's other coins, and that would prove that there was some kind of a political upheaval where this Kacha, if we suppose that he was a different individual or a brother of Samudragupta, he would have occupied the throne for some time, and he would have struck his coins, and later the title of Sarvarajyochata, which has been used in this coin, was copied none other by Samudragupta. So this is another point of view regarding this Kacha. Now we go to the other part. This is the tiger slayer type coin of Samudragupta. I will just magnify this, and you could see this is a brilliant portrayal, a sketch, and you could see the king. He is wearing a dhoti, he is wearing Indian ornaments, and he is also wearing a diadem. He has this Indian longbow, and he is shooting at a tiger, and he is in fact trampling over it. If you could just see the artistic representation of this particular coin. On the obverse, we can see goddess Ganga. She is holding her right hand, and she is on her Vahana, which is Makara. The legend here is Vyaghara Parakrama on the obverse, where the king is shooting at the loin, which means valerious as a tiger, Vyaghya Parakrama. On the obverse, we have uh, the portrayal of Ganga, and uh, this sorry this legend here which you are seeing on the left of Ganga is Raja Samudragupta. Now this coin is of a very particular interest simply because there are two reasons for it. So one of the reasons is that this is the first time goddess Ganga has been portrayed in an Indian coins. Before that, yes, we have references of goddess Ganga and inscriptions. We would have her sculpture in some form or the other, but not in any coin. This is the first time she has been represented or figured in a coin. The second point is that a tiger is normally a resident of the area of Indo-Gangetic Plains, uh, and this coin would emphasize Samudragupta's conquest of the Indo-Gangetic Plains, which is a resident where tigers are mostly found. So you have areas of Sundarbans in West Bengal, or in Bengal, up till the areas of modern UP and Uttarakhand, even the parts of Nepal where these Uttarakhand and Nepal where tigers are found. So this coin portrays the conquest of Indo-Gangetic Valley to Samudragupta, and the tiger signifies his enemies whom he has trampled and destroyed. So this is the tiger slayer type coin of Samudragupta. Now, this is what I was stating about this thing. So it shows goddess Ganga on Makra holding a flower, and the legend is Raja Samudragupta. Now we go to the next part. This is the Lyrist type coin of Samudragupta. This is a brilliant portrayal of Samudragupta, not only as a warrior but as a musician as well. And we would look in the near future about coins of his successors, particularly Kumaragupta and Skandagupta, even Chandragupta, Vikramaditya. They have been portrayed as patrons of art, music, and Samudragupta, as per the Allahabad inscription or the Prayagraj inscription, was also adept at playing music as well, and which has been confirmed by this Lyrist type coin of Samudragupta. So we could see the obverse. So the king is seated cross-legged, is on a chair, and wearing a waistcloth, a necklace. I'll just magnify this, an earring, and playing his veena. Now on the obverse there are two kinds of things here. The on the reverse, I have told you, this is the reverse, and this is Lakshmi or Saraswati, sorry, who is holding a diadem on her right hand. And the legend here is Samudragupta on Devi's right. Now, there are people who have proposed that this goddess is not Lakshmi but Saraswati, simply because Saraswati is the patron goddess of art, music, literature, education, etc. And Samudragupta playing music on the obverse portrays Saraswati somehow. But there is another thing that she is actually Lakshmi. But well, if tiger can be taken as representation of Samudragupta's conquest in the Indo-Gangetic Valley, then this uh, music, playing music, Samudragupta, and the obverse should mean that it is not Lakshmi but Saraswati. And I have taken it as Saraswati. People, I would be very happy if people say that this is Lakshmi, there is no issue. But even if this is Saraswati, again, this is the first time that Saraswati has been portrayed in an Indian coin. Before that, yes, you have inscriptional evidence, you have literature. Saraswati is there since the from the Rigveda and others. Uh, there are sculptures as well of Saraswati, but she has not been portrayed on an Indian coin like this, and this is the first time she has been portrayed. Similar to what I have just told you about goddess Ganga, she has also been portrayed for the first time in an Indian coin, and if this figure is Saraswati, then she is also being portrayed for the first time in an Indian coin. So there is one more thing. So the legend on the obverse is Maharaja Samudragupta, and on the reverse, of course, it says Samudragupta. Now this is Ashvamedha type coin of Samudragupta. Now we know that Samudragupta, as per inscription of his successors, have been has been credited with the revival of Ashvamedha. Ashoka, uh, by the time of Ashoka could have done it, but Ashoka did not, and it was left after the demise of Mauryans. It was left to Pushyamitra Shunga, who revived Ashwamedha, and he may have done it twice. Uh, and after that, there have been lots of kings who have done Ashwamedha. Satkarni one, for example. Then there were these Naga kings who, between 250 to about 330 CE, have done lots of Ashwamedhas as per the Puranas, but they may have been a very those Ashwamedhas would have been a very small scale, on a very small scale. This one, because of the Samudragupta's victories right from the Punjab to the south, it would have been huge, and that is why he has struck these Ashwamedha coins. You see the horse and the figure, and it shows a horse standing before a sacrificial post. So there was this yupa on where lots of animals were held, particularly the horse as well, and a white flag, a flag actually flies over its back. So legend is Raja Dhiraja Prithvin Avata Divin Jayata Prativaraha Vigraha. The King of Kings, having gained the earth, conquers heaven with his irresistible force. This is the legend, and you could see this lady figurine. She is none other than Datta Devi, or the wife or the chief queen of Samudragupta. In an Ashwamedha Yajna, it is imperative that you have your senior most queen with you. The only exception I could find is when God Rama was doing his Ashwamedha, but he didn't had Sita with him because she was staying in a forest due to some issues. And what Rama did was to install a gold figure of Sita besides him, for the Ashwamedha. And the presence of the chief queen is mandatory as per Yajurveda uh, for the Ashwamedha to gain success. We will, of course, discuss about the whole ritual of Ashwamedha in the near future. There are lots of topics related to ancient India, and we will go them uh, bit by bit. So we have a variety B. This is the second variety. The same thing is there, only the legend has changed and the figure is more visible to us. So the legend is now Prithvi Vijaya, or uh, Prithvi Vijayata, which means talking about Samudragupta, uh, he is the victorious, he has gained victory over the earth. Earth in this case is India. And the reverse shows chief queen, so she is Mahishi, standing wearing a loose robe and jewelry. Hanging on her side is a spear. So that is how Datta Devi, though the name Datta Devi has not been mentioned, but it is known that the chief wife of Samudragupta was Datta Devi, whom he had married going through after proving his physical prowess. So that is what Samudragupta. This is about the Ashwamedha variety coin of Samudragupta. Now we come to the king and queen type. This is I have discussed in the first part of Samudragupta. If I could magnify this, this is a commemorative coin released by Samudragupta to remember his parents' marriage ceremony. So we have this figure on the left, which and there is a legend on the left to her, which is Kumara Devi. On her right, there is this male figurine. The name on his left hand is outstretched, and just beneath his, you could see the words Chandra Gupta. So this is a commemorative coin. Samudragupta's mother was Kumara Devi, and his father was Chandragupta. And on the reverse, we have Durga sitting on a lion. Uh, and the legend you could see Lichavi Dohitra. So Samudragupta does not call himself Gupta Vanshajaha or Gupta Putra. He doesn't call himself Gupta Putra. He maintains his affinity with Lichavis. Lichavis were ruling parts of Nepal in those days, and her Samudragupta's mother was a Lichavi princess whose marriage with Chandragupta I gave Gupta so much power and prestige that by 319 Chandragupta declared himself Maharaja Dhiraja, or an emperor or king of kings. So Samudragupta maintains his affinity towards his maternal relatives. So he calls himself Lichvi Dohitra, which means maternal son of the Lichavis. So this is the king and queen type coin of Samudragupta. So this is what I have said. Goddess Durga seated on a lion, Lichavi Vyaha or Lichavi Dohitra. So this is the standard type coin of Samudragupta. Again, this was released quite early in his in his reign. You could see the king wearing a kind of an helmet, uh, wearing trousers, and his hands on an altar with a Garuda standard. And on the reverse, there is Lakshmi offering a diadem, and the uh, Rajadanda or and the uh, royal scepter. Garuda is an important figure here because it was the royal emblem of Guptas. Garuda is Vishnu's Vahana, and this somehow corroborates affinity of Gupta emperors with Vishnu. It does not mean that they have not mentioned Shiva at all. Sorry, the Prayagraj inscription of Samudragupta mentions Shiva with his matted hair. So, yes, they were Vaishnavites, but they have not forgotten Shiva in their inscriptions as well. This is the and now we look at the Indianization of coins. What I mean is Indianization is that before Samudragupta there were a lot of foreign influence on Indian coins. The dressing, even the legends, the language, the script, etc. Friends, please remember that all the inscriptions and all the coins of Samudragupta or Gupta emperors, they are written in Gupta Brahmi or later Brahmi, and they have the language of all these inscription, the language of all these coins, legends, they are Sanskrit. They are in Sanskrit. But before that, there is a mention of Sanskrit. There are inscriptions available in Sanskrit, but we could only see that just after just around Samudragupta's reign, we could see Sanskrit replacing Prakrit as a language of the masses. So, if we look at the inscriptions, they are situated on places where people could read them easily. Uh, if you are transacting in coins, or you want to buy a property, or you want to buy some kind of a good palace to live in, you have to transact in gold coins or silver coins, and all those legends are in Sanskrit, meaning that Sanskrit had sorry, Sanskrit had replaced replaced Prakrit as a language of the masses. So, and in most of this coin, you could see, except a couple of coins of Samudragupta, so you can see the headdress changing. It's started with a closely fitting cap in place of the Kushan peaked or conical headdress. So in most of the coins, like the tiger's ray, we can see the king wearing Indian turban. Just seen it, and other varieties he is even bareheaded. The jewelry worn by the king or queen or the goddess is Indian. You have earring, you have necklace, you have armlet, and these are all worn by the goddess on the tiger slave coin. We have the king wears the Indian dhoti. So only two coins will tell him that he is wearing some kind of a trouser. One is the Kacha type, one is the standard type. Apart from that, all the other coins, the king is wearing a dhoti or a waistcloth, particularly in the Lyrist type of coins. So the introduction of goddesses. Now this is very important. Lakshmi has been portrayed way back in 200 BCE by Indo-Greek kings. But you have Durga, you have Saraswati, you have Lakshmi, you have all these goddesses coming over on the reverse of Samudragupta's coins, which is for the first time. And I'll just repeat again: Saraswati. If we think the Lyrist type coin reverse is Saraswati, then this is for the first time she has been portrayed. Again, Ganga standing on Makara on her Lyrist type coin, or on her Vakra Parakrama type of coin, or Tiger Slayer type of coin, she has been portrayed for the first time. Before that, we don't have those portrayals in coin. So, introduction of queens on the reverse, the Ashvamedha type. Uh, we have references of Ashvamedha done by other kings as well. We But the gold coins of Samudragupta have the portrayal of queen, or the chief queen, Datta Devi, and the queens have a very important part to play in the Ashvamedha Yajna. So Garuda has been portrayed lots of times in Samudragupta's coin, and Lakshmi is on the reverse and lots of times. So you're correlating both Garuda with Lakshmi, then Vishnu also comes. So this is how it will prove that, and it will be proved later on by his sons and grandsons and great grandsons, that Gupta emperors, imperial Gupta emperors, were Vaishnavites in their outlook. So the dwarf soldiers on the obverse of the battle axe type of king coin has a traditional place in the Indian royal households. And the last, there is another one. This Ashvamedha type of coins is an inspired specifically by the Indian conception and institution. So Ashvamedha Yajna is a typical Indian institution, and it has been portrayed for the first time by Samudragupta in his coins. Last but not the least, we know that there have been lots of coins of Gupta emperors. The silver coin variety of coins of Gupta emperors have mostly been found from the western regions, Gujarat and Sindh, etc. Uh, but here we have for the first time mention of a silver coin of Samudragupta, which has been found in 1953 in a hoard. This hoard is the Bhawanipur hoard. There were about 20 odd coins which were found in that Bhawanipur hoard in West Bengal in 1953, and one of this is the silver coin of Samudragupta. I'm sorry, I have only this image of this coin, but if you could look at it, it is the same uh, portrayal of Samudragupta's Lyrist type of coin. So this is quite rare because we only thought that Samudragupta's coins are only in gold. No, they are in gold, but this is a silver variety as well. And we have the same kind of thing where king wearing his best clothes, wearing jewelry, sitting on a couch, playing his veena. And on obverse you have Lakshmi or Saraswati offering a diadem. And the legend on the reverse is Maharaja Dhiraja, sorry, Shri Samudragupta. So this is a quite rare type of silver coin of Samudragupta. So with that, I would end this biography of Samudragupta, the perhaps one of the or the greatest Indian king of the current era. Uh, was the founder of actual founder of the Gupta Empire, and when he died, aged about 67 or 72 in about 375 or about 380 CE, the empire which he created was under his direct administration was from the Punjab till Assam, including Bengal, all of the central India, and kings right from northwest to the south were indirectly governed by the Gupta Empire. I will be back again next week for another facet on Indian history. And till then, I thank you all. You can connect me with me over on Twitter. The My ID is mentioned in the dialog box, description box, and contact me. And thank you all for all your support and cooperation. Please like and subscribe. And until then, we'll meet next week again. Thank you so much.